How's it going, guys? This is Mouseball, and this is the Attack Mouse Nation, and welcome to Motoring with Mouseball. And guys, today's video is brought to you by Elite Attack Mouse Nation member and super contributor Roger Gusty, Elite Attack Mouse Nation member and super contributor J.G. Mopar, Elite Attack Mouse Nation member and super contributor Denise Shumka, and Elite Attack Mouse Nation member and super contributor Maxwell Duncan. Now guys, we've been hinting at getting on two wheels for quite a while, actually in the past couple of months. Now I'm getting very close to taking my Motorcycle Safety Foundation class. Now in those months that I've been hinting at actually riding a motorcycle, buying a motorcycle, and taking the MSF course, I've been digging deep into the YouTube catalog of motorcycle YouTubers and binge watching Motojitsu, MC Rider, Yemi Noob, and Cycle Cruiser. By far, my lineup of the best possible YouTubers to watch to get into the motorcycle hobby. Now, obviously, we're not going to stop doing the automotive content. I've been into cars for my whole life. But I've also had a soft spot for motorcycles because obviously the Italians make motorcycles as well. And if you know anything about the Abarth, well, Carlo Abarth was a motorcycle racer first, and then a car tuner and race car driver second. So kind of to tie in the whole thing with Mouseball, it'd be nice to have an Aprilia 660 Tuono that matches Mouseball in paint job, graphics, and obviously excitement and joy of driving. But you got to start small, and you got to start at the beginning, and I'll be starting with a Honda Grom, which is a 125cc motorcycle. Now, Mama Mouse has been on two wheels for over 5 years, and she started watching Motojitsu, a awesome YouTuber that really stresses safety first, stresses the proper gear that you need, and stresses one thing above all: practice, practice, practice. And obviously take the advanced courses and do track days so that way you can get a hold of your bike and actually know how to use it properly. Now, all those things translate into survival, especially here in Florida, where literally everybody is an absolute maniac and doesn't value life whatsoever. You know, you have old ladies that can't see above the steering wheel. You have young white girls that just came from Starbucks who are looking in their phone and are drinking their iced mocha. And you just have general thugs and criminals that are running away from the police at any given moment, who could just literally run you off the road or run right into you. So knowing the things that Motojitsu teaches you are something that not only keeps you from being in a funeral procession, but keeps you from being in the actual coffin that the funeral procession is trying to take to the graveyard. So obviously, I've been watching Motojitsu for the past couple of months. I've subscribed to him, and he was actually nice enough to take a look at my motorcycle artwork, and he's one of the few motorcycle YouTubers that's actually reached out to me and gave me a comment on my community page, which is a big and exciting thing when you consider how big Motojitsu's channel is. Most big YouTubers, they really don't have the time to look into who's mentioning them or who watches them, or even answer a lot of the comments in the comment section, because people like Motojitsu, MC Rider, Yemi Noob, Cycle Cruiser, they're busy guys. They pretty much live the motorcycle lifestyle, and that's what they're all about. So they're all over the place. So the fact that Motojitsu actually answered me back was not only a good omen, but it's actually a good reason why I'm making this video in the first place. Because obviously I want everyone who's interested in getting into motorcycle, interested in riding, and interested in staying alive to subscribe to Motojitsu and to watch his videos from beginning to end. Hit that bell and hit that like button, because the stuff he teaches you will not only keep you alive, but the gear he suggests to you is not only affordable, but will keep you from having road rash, a face disfigurement, or brain damage for that matter. And obviously when it comes down to it, I want to work my way up to a Aprilia 660 Tuono. I believe this is the perfect Italian bike for me. And obviously Mama Mouse has a Ducati Panigale V4, which will be the halo bike I'll work my way up to eventually. But nevertheless, watching Motojitsu has already given me a lot of confidence to where when I go into the MSF class, I won't be nervous at all. Because Motojitsu is a motorcycle instructor, and even he goes to advanced courses and track days to sharpen his skills. Because again, like my artwork, like driving, and like riding a motorcycle, all those skills are perishable if you do not use them. And Motojitsu, MC Rider, and many others have mentioned this. And I'm obviously taking these comments to heart because they mean a lot when it comes down to being a gearhead. Of all people who should be held to a high standard, it should be the car enthusiast, the motorcycle enthusiast, and just about anybody who operates something that can explode or cause you to get into a fatal accident. And as someone who's a petrol head, gearhead, whatever you may want to call it, it's my job to understand the machine I'm riding, to understand its capabilities, to understand my capabilities, and to stay safe and alive, so that way I can come home to Mama Mouse and to the Attack Mouse Nation. Now guys, please check out Motojitsu's channel. Even if you aren't into motorcycles, just give him a watch because he's got a great personality. He's very informative. He explains things in detail, and obviously he can explain it to you so that way you can understand it. He's not so technical that you need an MIT degree to understand what he's telling you. So guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy. And remember, if you're going to get on two wheels, make sure you subscribe to Motojitsu. Take it easy, guys. Mouseball out.
Over the years, I've heard so many riders say things like, I watch all your videos. There isn't a single video that I have not seen yet. Sometimes I watch your videos over and over again. I just love it. Or, I've read 10 motorcycle books already. I've read this book 3 times so far. I absolutely love it. I just picked up another motorcycle book. I can't wait to start reading it. But one thing is missing. Far less riders say things like, I went out and practiced what I was taught in this course last weekend. Now I really understand what they meant. After watching your emergency braking video, I went out and did 20 fast stops every single day for a week to really get a sense of what it feels like when you're doing this. And man, I found out I'm not as good as I thought I was. Or, after watching a couple videos of your Motojitsu drills, I went out and set up white belt weave. And I found out that stuff is way harder than what I thought. So if you just watch a bunch of videos or read a bunch of books, you're just acquiring information. As much as we would like, this isn't the Matrix. You can't just download information that automatically perform it. The improvements will come from taking in the information and then putting in time to practice what you were taught, one specific skill at a time. Sometimes before a group ride, I pick one person, I ask them, what are you going to practice on this ride? And oftentimes they look at me like this. They have a confused look on their face and they're often surprised I even asked the question. If you want to improve, don't just ride with intention. For example, on the first 10 miles of this ride, just pick one specific skill to really focus on that. And then maybe the next 10 miles, pick something different. This could be getting up into 4th or 5th gear and then riding one-handed to really understand countersteering and the effects of what you do. Or maybe it's practicing perfect line selection or body position. What you don't want to be is the rider that says this, I'm going to practice body position, line selection, trail braking, vision, throttle control. I'm like, dude, stop. How about you just pick one of those things and just focus on that for a while? Or you can practice all those things on the ride, just break them up 5 miles increments, small digestible chunks, and don't try to do everything at once. If you try to practice everything, you won't get good at anything. However much time you spend watching videos and reading motorcycle books, I want you to triple that time actually out on the bike practicing. Because remember, knowledge isn't power, applied knowledge is. Thanks for watching, hit subscribe, and check out my other videos to watch. By the way, I have 4 books on Amazon and my own Motojitsu app with all of my drills you can go set up on your own and practice.